I'm Lauren Spivak, the Free Market Warrior, and I'm here in Shawano, Wisconsin with the Lake Country Republican Women's Club. And I've got a Free Market Warrior moment. The International Monetary Fund last week suggested that the United States put $1.40 a gallon tax on gasoline to get Americans to drive less. And I want to make 2 points about this. The first is that people have been asking me, as you could imagine, they've been asking me, are we going to do that? Is that going to happen? And the answer, of course, is that it's already happened. You already have that extra charge on gasoline, and I want you to understand why that is. The natural, normal price of gasoline is about $2 a gallon. If you adjust for inflation, you always got to adjust for inflation, gasoline has been about $2 a gallon for the last 60, 70 years. Okay? As inflation has gone up, that's been the median price, and that's the normal price for a gallon of gasoline. The reason we're paying so much more than that right now today is because the government is restricting the supply. Our lower supply has driven up the price, and our government is intentionally doing this. All you'd have to do to make gasoline go back to $2 a gallon is allow American oil production to go forward. Let people drill. Drill here, drill now, pay less, it would be $2 a gallon again. So you're already paying that extra $1.40 a gallon in tax, even though it doesn't seem like a tax because it's coming from a constriction on the supply. Now, the other argument you might make, you might say to me, well, the government isn't getting that $1.40, so that's not really a tax. But I got to tell you something. More and more, I'm finding a trend where the government is less and less interested in taxation for the sake of revenue, and more interested in taxation simply for the sake of making people poorer. When the government talks about raising taxes on the rich 1%, they put it in terms of making people poorer, that we want these rich people to be poorer than they are now, that we want to lower their standard of living. Famously, when Barack Obama was asked during the election campaign in 2008 whether he would raise the capital gains tax, even though that almost always reduces revenue when you raise the capital gains tax, Barack Obama said he wanted to raise it because it was about fairness. Again, this is not about revenue, it's about making people poorer. And so the gasoline tax is not being offered to us as a way to raise revenue, but as a way to get people to drive less. What does that mean? It means making people poorer. Prosperity is a relative state of being able to get more of what you want. Poverty is the relative state of getting less of what you want. Okay? The purpose of higher gasoline prices is to give us less utility out of our car, less ability to drive, less ability to get around, to have vacations, do other things that we like to do. It's about making us poorer, and that has become, sadly, the express policy of our government as well as international authorities. I'm the Free Market Warrior.